Hey y'all, this is James with D-Heart Reptile Design, and I know why you're here. You want to see my balls. So let's take a look. Alright, so first pairing was, this is kind of a reveal day, so first pairing was Bamboo to Pastave. We did some research and found out, hey, this is what we wanted to create. First I'm going to go over a few things. We ended up getting some Pastaves. We got some Mojaves. We got a Bamboo and a Pastel Bamboo, which I'll show you right now. This is a regular Bamboo. This is a Pastel Bamboo. Pastel Bamboo, regular Bamboo. Pastel Bamboo has a much more blushed out head. You see that? Woo!
Ooh.
A little feisty shit. Anyway, so a little bit more blushed out head, darker head, way lighter body. This one's kind of got a cool dorsal stripe, and I love Bamboo. They are such a pattern mutation. You really don't change the color too much, but Pastel does a really great job in brightening this one up. This little shit. Anyway, so here we go. There's the two I wanted to show you first off. And those are eating and shedding and pooping now. And I wanted to show you now for the bells. We actually did get a few pastels out of there, but just like Mojaves, you know what they look like. We ended up getting a few bells out of this one. Cool stuff. And we ended up getting the one we really, really wanted. So this one is a very typical Bamboo Mojave. It's white. It's gorgeous, got beautiful blue eyes. You can see just a little bit of pattern on the sides. And this is one of the animals we really wanted to create about 2 years ago. And then this one was the one we wanted to create 2 years ago. We saw it and we're like, we got to know how to make that. And this one is an abyss. What it is you can see the little dorsal stripe. You see the patterning on the sides, how much more patterned it is, much more. I mean, you could just see the difference in these two. I'm sure it's subtle to the picture, but if you guys could see these in person, you guys would definitely understand. You get way more pattern when you add that pastel to the bell complex. And just all in all, is just the animal that we ended up wanting to go after. So this one is actually going to be staying here. It's a little boy. I love bells. And, I mean, really, how could you not love this little guy? He is growing up really nicely. Again, they're all pooping and shedding and eating really, really nicely. So this one ended up being a boy as well. So both of our bells out of that clutch ended up being boys. All right, so the second pairing that we ended up having was a Super Mojave to a Mystic Potion. Now, of course, we say Super Mojave. We don't necessarily know exactly what else is in him because the Super Mojave sold to you as a Super Mojave. It's just a white snake. You know, how do you know what else is in it? You can't really tell. So I'll pull him out. He is, as far as the Super Mojave goes, his head is very, very light. He is, I mean, look at that head. Typically, Super Mojave has a much darker head. He's got a very, very light head for a Super Mojave. He has an excellent expression of what this snake is supposed to look like. Great shape, great form. He's so strong for being as much as he weighs. I think he's around 900 grams now. And he ended up producing some really cool looking babies. So I'll go over a few things. Of course, we did produce Super Mojaves, but I want to show you the Mystic Potions. So I'll show you a typical Mystic Potion and what it looks like. Mystic Potion, we all have seen them. They're beautiful animals. I love Mystic Potions. Mystic Potion, but then he also threw some really cool, really just not so Mystic Potion-y looking, but Mystic Potion-esque. So this one is a Mystic Potion-esque. See how much lighter that is? I mean, you can see the very light amount of patterning in this animal. It's just a throw off. And then he did something even like this one. This one is even, this one's a little darker. These guys are all, this one I would definitely say the head's a little darker. This one's got a lighter head. But again, the patterning, and this one's almost pink. This one is like practically pink. And then again, then I'll show you another one.
Guys, these babies are spicy.
The spicy babies. Yo, let me tell you. So look, and then he produced it. So I don't know what else is kicking in them. But this one's pink. That one's pink. This one's got more of a gray head. But yeah, they're all spicy. They're probably, I'll probably throw a few mice in with them this week and get them eaten a little bit less spicy. But this is how you want them when they're babies. Whenever they're real lethargic, that's not a really good sign. Whenever they're spicy like this, I like spicy babies. They'll calm down as soon as they get a little bit weight on them, as soon as they get a little bit more familiar with their environment. But this is a behavior that the ball pythons do. That's why they're called ball pythons. This is a defensive behavior, but this is also defensive behavior. This is I'm going to strike at you, but I'm not going to eat your finger. I'm just going to strike at you because I'm a cranky baby. So anyway, cranky babies. So I thought those were just some really cool, looking mystic potions. I don't know exactly what else is kicking in them. Probably hold one or two of these back. But I will be selling these as mystic potions because that's technically all I know that's going into these little monsters. Typically, whenever I'm trying to grab a baby that's spicy like this, you notice I'll get his attention and I'll grab him from behind.
They're going after each other.
I know they are. They're getting turned up.
So reactive.
Turn up. This little guy, he's like, just put me back in my cage. So beautiful, though. I mean, just this thing is purple and pink and yellow. I would almost say it's got banana in it because I don't know. It could have banana in it. I don't know.
Well, don't say that.
I mean, all I know is it was a super Mojave to a mystic potion and came out with some really cool looking babies. So I'll definitely be holding one of those back. But selling them as mystic potions. So if you get lucky enough to get one, you're probably getting an extra kicker gene that you're not even paying for. The next one was a Highway Pastel to a Yellowbelly. This was like a bonus clutch out of the year. We did not know that we were going to be getting this clutch. And my buddy Freddie sold me a huge chunk of his collection. And I ended up picking her, my Yellowbelly up, and she was just perfect size, perfect weight. He sold me a beautiful, healthy animal, and I was like, well, I'm going to start pairing it. I didn't realize that it was going to produce so quickly, so hey, bonus clutch. And we ended up getting awesome odds on top of it. So we ended up with a pastel Yellowbelly or gravel. I don't know, because Yellowbelly and gravel, as you guys understand, look the same way. We ended up having a Pastel Highway. Here's a Pastel Highway. Here's that little sucker. We'll take this one. If I get bit 6 times today, don't be surprised. Okay, so that's a Pastel Ivory. And then we ended up having a Highway. And then we ended up also having another Pastel Highway. Look at that. Talk about some odds. We ended up getting 2 of these, and we ended up getting 3 highways, 2 of them being Pastel Highways. This highway is definitely, just a regular highway is just gorgeous. You get a lot of orange. This will lighten up as it gets older. But yeah, these things are awesome. This, I couldn't have ever asked for even better odds on a clutch. But these are what we ended up getting. This one was the smallest one out of the bunch. This one was the largest. They're very reactive, very spicy. These guys will be ready to eat this week. They just shed out. But you can see all that graveling right here. That's why they call it gravel. Just awesome looking animal. You take away the gravel and you get a super Yellowbelly. But guess what? No graveling, but it's just a super, they call these ivories. Hey, you guys want to wrestle? Y'all can get out of here. Go on.
But Dad,
But what?
why didn't you not?
What did I not tell you about the cubs, buddy? I wanted to get this show done and over with and sometimes you guys have a tendency of being a distraction. So here, look at these. It's just a regular highway right there. Just a normal regular highway. Then you add pastel. You just get, man, you get that eye band. It's just incredible. I mean, you can't. Again, we're really creating some incredible animals here. I'm very excited to finally see a lot of these projects finally come to. Pastel Highway and the highway. All right. So the rest of everything, we ended up starting to get into a clown project, but we'll have more information on that later. It's really exciting. Probably won't even be producing for 2 years. Something about this hobby is that you'll get these animals and you won't even be in production, maybe sometimes till 3 years. Sometimes till 4 years. You just never know. I have an animal right here. I thought she was going to be breed size this upcoming season. As you could tell, she's not. She's about 900 grams. She's not even ready. I won't breed them when they're small like this. And she's just not ready. So she'll wait another whole year. So she will be about 3.5 before she starts producing. But that's what you do. You buy an animal. You invest in it because, producing animals like this that are beautiful, healthy, are absolutely worth the wait. So, and also she'll give me a much bigger clutch too. She's actually on the cool side of her cage, and she's getting feisty, which means she's trying to put on more weight, trying to bulk up. Anyway, this is James of D Heart Reptile Design. Thank you guys for tuning in.